What is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now if you have been following us over the past few months, you know that we have been cycling around the coast of the island in an attempt to showcase to the world that Sri Lanka is in fact safe for travelers to return to. Now the Sri Lankan tourism industry is the third largest foreign exchange generator for the island, which means that all of its stakeholders and the industry itself is going to play a huge part in uplifting the economy in the coming few months and years. So over the past 5 years, Sri Lanka has had 4.5 million tourists arriving to the island, and of that amount, 65% of them flew Sri Lankan Airlines. Now Sri Lankan Airlines, being the national carrier of the island, plays a huge role in marketing Sri Lanka as a destination while also connecting us to the rest of the world. Today we are in Habarana to attend the first ever global sales conference as they host travel agents from around the world to spread the message of Sri Lanka tourism. So over the past 3 days, more than 200 guests have been flown in from all around the world to experience the beauty of Sri Lanka, as well as a number of activities that would be of value to their specific region. Now today we are at the Travel Mart, as you can see behind me, and this is an opportunity for all of them to mingle with local DMCs and make connections. So let's go in and see what's happening. Hi. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi, we're actually making a video for Sri Lankan Airlines, and
This is your man.
No,
Yeah?
This is your man. He's the one.
I'm not talking in public. Thank you so much. For
okay.
I'm so
Just,
sorry.
Camera shy.
just wanted to ask.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Yeah?
Talk to this guy.
He's the
So guys, where are you from?
UAE.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, UAE.
All right. And so you've been traveling around Sri Lanka for the past 2 days. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
For me, I like the nature very much, and I like the people
Great.
because they are incredible and cheerful. All of
Oh,
them, yeah.
that's nice. Thank you.
I believe it's like nice island, nice people, must to visit.
And
Honestly, it's better than I expected. It's like I've been here several times, and it's always something new that I
Right.
see here.
in parallel to the Travel Mart, here we have a very engaging experience, which is a number of stalls that have been set up that are showing you the local crafts like pottery, jewelry, gems, local merchandise, batik, and there is not only can you buy the items that you want, you can actually see the process of the pottery being made, the gemstones being softened. It's a very, very engaging and interesting experience, and also a great way for all of the guests here to pick up a few sentimental items before they leave. So we have with us today Richard Nuttall, who is the CEO of Sri Lankan Airlines. So we have a few questions for him, of course. So Richard, the first question is, what is the goal or the purpose of the event that you're trying to achieve?
Okay, so the issue that we have at the moment with Sri Lanka is that everybody has seen all of the negative press overseas, press that was very one-sided and very overblown. But the problem with that is that, as somebody said yesterday, it takes a day to create a negative impression and it takes a lot longer to get the positivity back. And what we find is that when we go and talk to people overseas, their big questions are, is there fuel, is there food, and all of that kind of stuff. So we decided that the best thing to do instead was to bring everybody here. So we've got 170 agents from all over our network, and we've brought them to Sri Lanka so that they can see. They've done a couple of tours, they've been out, they've seen there's no fuel queues, they've eaten very, very well, they've had a really good time, we've showcased the country, and now this morning we've got about 500 meetings set up for them with all of the internal DMCs, hotel groups, inbound providers. And so what we're really doing is we're trying to both showcase the country, but get people to go back and say, we've been to Sri Lanka, absolutely there's no problem with fuel, there's no problem with food, it's absolutely ready to receive tourists, and also we've had a fantastic time, we've been really hosted well, The typical Sri Lankan hospitality is still there, and that resilience, even after everything that's happened, for us, and it was wonderful. So that's what we're trying to achieve. You would always be looked after magnificently, but now it's even better than ever. So now is definitely the time to come. Don't wait another year until it's all full. Come now when you can take advantage.
And fly Sri Lanka.
And absolutely fly Sri Lankan.
Thank you, Richard.
Okay, thank you.
Now we have Justin Hong from Korea. Thank you, Justin, for talking to us.
Okay, I'm so nervous. I'm very shy people, but it's okay, yeah.
Do you feel like, you know how in the news we hear about what is happening in Sri Lanka, so
Yes,
you have
yes,
an
a lot.
expectation. But when you came here, do you feel like what you saw was very different?
I'm working for the Sri Lankan Airlines in Korea
Yeah.
as a passenger manager.
Yeah.
So I studied and I searched Sri Lanka situation a lot.
Yeah.
So last time June,
Yeah.
at that time, protest
Yes.
and some Korean the medias,
Yes.
they
Showed
send
it,
the negative issues.
Yeah.
So I came here to see the real,
Yeah.
but only for the Colombo at that time.
Yeah.
But now
You went all around.
nothing,
Yeah.
That time was the fuel issue and the gas issue, but this time I can see every people are back to normal. I guess,
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Do you think that Korean people think of Sri Lanka as a travel destination?
Actually, we are here and then with the Korean travel agents in here,
Yeah.
and some of them it's their first time to visit Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So I asked them, how about the Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Big potential,
Yeah.
That's why I'm here
Yeah.
to see the cultures and everything,
Yeah.
and then I have to promote.
All right, Justin, thank you
Yeah.
so much for
You're
talking to
welcome.
us. Lovely meeting you.
Yeah.
Prior to the conference held in Habrana, all of the guests were flown into Sri Lanka a couple of days before to be taken on a familiarization tour all around the island. Based on all the people we got to speak with, it had given all of them a very clear image on how magnificent Sri Lanka is, and most importantly, how safety and scarcity of resources were not an issue. So we now have Saminda Pereira with us, who is the head of marketing for Sri Lankan Airlines. So we want to ask him a few questions. So Sammy, if you don't mind me calling you
of
Sammy. Sammy, can you tell us a little bit about the reason why Sri Lankan took on this mammoth of a task to do at this point in time? It couldn't have been easy.
Yes, I think there's no better time to do this. As we know, there's perceptions about the destinations which is not true. The primary objective was to bring all these people together to Sri Lanka
Yeah.
and show that we are absolutely safe. Our value proposition it has not changed.
Yeah.
So I think we have done a decent job of that.
I think
They are very convinced that Sri Lanka is a beautiful destination and the value proposition has not changed and it's really safe. So in that process, we had tremendous support from the industry, from hoteliers, the Hotel Yoin,
Yes.
Alia, then Jetwing Hotels, Amaya, Taj Group, Radisson. So the Aitken Spence, I mean, I can keep on mentioning people, but Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts, so Cinnamon Grand that we are going on Monday. So all of them got together, the leading tourism brands in this country, to put this thing together.
Yeah.
So Sri Lankan led the way, but aptly supported by the other teams.
Yes.
Because the challenge was all these guys knew Sri Lanka, but they were reluctant
Yeah.
to sell. And we were looking at it for months. The booking patterns were not healthy. So we thought it's about time we take the responsibility, we drive it. Must say we got tremendous support from Sri Lanka Tourism. The chairman himself was here last evening, this morning, talking to the agents, guiding us, helping us. So everyone has come together to do this. So it's really heartening.
Yeah.
And don't feel tired, because we have done a good job because everybody has supported us.
Yes. Definitely, I agree. It's been wonderful for us to go around and see all of the hard work that you have put together, this wonderful fair here, what's happening inside. I think Shan and I have personally, we learned quite a lot of insights, especially from the gentleman at Expedia.
Yes.
Wonderful, and thank you for organizing
Thank
this.
you.
know.
I mean, thank you for being here. As always, I tell you, you guys will always take a very positive message out. Sri Lanka is for everyone.
Yes.
Because I think the tourism should benefit everyone. You know, not only the bigger groups or the airlines, every one of them should benefit.
Yes, absolutely. We totally agree. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Sammy.
so much. Thank you.
What Sri Lankan Airlines is doing with the hotels, trying to promote. Dimutu just said that Sri Lanka is back, showing the world. This is probably one of the best ways to do it. I think we take back a lot of experience with us, not only to share back with our customers, but also to tell people that yes, Sri Lanka was always the same. You know, it's never been any bad for tourists.
Okay, so now we are with
Agnes from the station Jakarta.
and
I'm Laura from Panorama JTV.
Ricky from Golden Rama Indonesia.
okay. When you were coming to Sri Lanka, so this is your first time coming here. Is Sri Lanka what you expected, or was it different?
Totally different.
Totally different.
I mean, it's beyond my expectations. I never saw this destination as very exotic as what I perceived at the beginning.
Also in attendance at the conference was Alex DeBain, the founder of Raid Amazons, which we were also a part of this year. He shared his insight on hosting a sporting event on the island and made an official announcement that they'd be back for a second consecutive year in Sri Lanka.
6 times already I organized this event and I don't know yet how Sri Lanka. Far from that. That's the reason why I come back next year in March with 250 new French women and participants.
The event also premiered the airline's latest promotional video to all of its stakeholders.
A tour around island.
Wrapped up the sales conference with the GSAs, the travel agents, and we had a lot of really interesting folks come in, folks from Expedia who gave some amazing insights into travel and the upcoming trends, as well as things that are happening in Sri Lanka at the moment, which was really insightful, really great talk. And we also got a little takeaway gift that I think is superb and very well fitting the theme of how travel is going to be going forward in the next few years. So this is a beautiful map that has been crafted by Sri Lankan Airlines, and it's really beautiful. I will open it up and show it to you. But what's really amazing is that both this map and the notebook that they've created are of upcycled linen from the Sri Lankan Airlines aircrafts, which is such a great initiative to drive sustainability through its merchandise. Alright guys, we have Stefan here and you are from Sweden, correct? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a sales manager for Sri Lankan Airlines in Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland and Iceland.
Right.
So we've come a long way to
Yes.
visit Sri Lanka. This is my first time here.
Really?
Yeah, and it's been a very enjoyable stay.
Yeah, and how was it versus your expectations?
I had high expectations.
I hope we lived up to it.
And it was fulfilled for sure, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
That's amazing. So Stefan, if you were to promote Sri Lanka back home, how and what angle would you use? Would you think is the best?
Definitely wellness
Yes.
and spa is a big thing that resonates very well in the Nordic countries.
Right.
And that's something that they are seeking when they're traveling.
Right. Perfect. And you said you traveled a very long way to come here, which is very true. Do you feel like with that distance, perhaps people back home might have a wrong idea about how terrible it is here at the moment, the situation. How, like, do you feel like there's a disconnect between what people are thinking back home versus what's actually here?
Yeah, absolutely. And this has been an eye-opener for me as well to come here myself and see, because I've had the question, is it really safe to travel? Is it really safe to go? And definitely, it's been very safe, and we have enjoyed every second of this trip.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And just like that, we are at the end of this amazing 2-day event, and Shan and I have learned a lot, and we have gained a lot of insight from this event. So we are very grateful to have been a part of it, and I hope you guys also got that insight from all of the people that we spoke to today. And I think from everyone we spoke to, the common theme that I have seen throughout all of their messages is that Sri Lanka is beautiful, a paradise island, but what really makes Sri Lanka unique is the people, the warmth, the kindness, and the welcoming of the Sri Lankan people is something that is so unique, but we as Sri Lankans don't seem to realize how unique it is. It's just normal to us, it's just second nature to us. But I think that's the most important thing that we need to work on preserving, because that is really what makes Sri Lanka so unique. One understanding that I have got from speaking to everyone and meeting everyone at this event is that it is not only their job as GSAs, as DMCs, as travel agents to promote Sri Lanka, but it is actually yours and mine, the people that love Sri Lanka so passionately and so dearly. And it is us that really have the greatest strength in promoting Sri Lanka, because word of mouth is the best way to promote anything. And if you are someone that loves Sri Lanka as much as Shehan and I love Sri Lanka, all you need to do is just tell your friends and family about it, to spread the good word and the good news about Sri Lanka. It is safe, it is beautiful, and it is here waiting for you with open arms for you to possibly have one of the best experiences of your life. So with that, we've come to the end of this vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.